The Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Houston Texans 30-6 in Week 4. Now, the offensive play calling was not good again, but that's not the only problem. Mike Tomlin. I like Mike Tomlin. I think he's a good coach. He's did some good things with the Pittsburgh Steelers since being a coach there. But in this game, he has to take some of the blame as well, along with Kenny Pickett. Now, there's a thing called flow, feel the game. And I don't think Mike Tomlin had that in this game. Couple situations. Pittsburgh Steelers on the 4th down went for it, calling a play that, was just why you call that play. But in that situation, the previous 2 times, the Pittsburgh Steelers elected to go for the 3 points. That's where the 6 points come from. And later in the game, same situation, Mike Tomlin decided to go for it. And that's why I said you have to have that feel for the game. You know how the game's been playing, how the game's been going. Your offense hasn't been moving the ball, relatively good. Why I put them in that situation. You get the 3 points. Chris Boswell's been kicking pretty good. You maybe swing some momentum in your team's favor, and you could take it from there. But he goes for it. They don't get it. You put the defense in a bad situation. And then later on in the game, your team is down, trying to make a comeback. 4th down, you elected to punt the ball. Now your defense hasn't been playing. Like I said, you have to have that feel for the game. You see how the game's been played. Your defense hasn't been playing that good. They haven't been stopping them up to that point. And you need points to come back. The chances of them stopping them in a timely fashion, okay, you do that. But your offense hasn't been moving the ball. So, you have to have that feel. You have to have that, feel for the game. And if you look at this game, losing to the Houston Texans 30-6, this may be the worst loss in Mike Tomlin's tenure. I know Mike Tomlin's always had those games where you lose to underachieving teams. Some like to call them Mike Tomlin specials. A team that you shouldn't lose to, but you lose to. But normally, those teams are just washed up guys. Maybe the quarterback is old, washed up, but he's played the game before. Coach is old, maybe a retread, coaching staff, offensive coordinator, but the coach had coached the game before, and the offensive coordinator called plays before. Yeah, it may not be no good, but they have done it. Now, why I say this is maybe his worst loss, because you lose 30-6 to a team of rookies. Everybody's a rookie. The head coach, first year. The offensive coordinator, first year. The quarterback, first year. Even the offensive line was new. So you had a new line. So you lose 30-6 to a rookie team, a rebuild team. That's not good. So this may go down as one of Mike Tomlin's, worst loss in his history, in his tenure, and it wasn't close. You got out coached bad. You didn't look like you knew what you was doing. If you would say if you would put a picture of DeMeco Ryans and Mike Tomlin, and you would say what coach was 17 years, which coach for 17 years, and what coach is the first year. They might point to DeMeco Ryan as the 17-year guy. That's what it looked like. So, hopefully, and I'm just talking about this year, this year, particularly this Houston Texan game, this game, the Houston Texans game, is on Mike Tomlin, in my opinion. You know, he put Matt Canada in a position to call that play that he called. You know, Kenny Pickett getting hurt is a collective of all three of them. You know, starting with Mike Tomlin deciding to go for that. You know, so when he decides to go for it, he puts it in the hands of Matt Canada. He calls the play, which he called the wrong play. You run the ball. Run it. And if you're going to run it with Kenny, do a conventional sneak. You don't need to do that. And then Kenny Pickett, it's his fault as well for spinning around into the defense when he didn't have to do that. He could have just threw the ball away, threw it downfield. There was the replay showed someone was coming open. So that's a collective of all three, but Mike Tomlin being the head coach, it starts with him deciding to go for it. So, and Matt Canada, he's a problem. He's a big problem, but he's not the only problem this year. And like I said, I'm just talking this year. Matt Canada been a problem for years, but I'm just going on this year for Mike Tomlin. Like I said, particularly this game. And why I say this year is because we know Mike Tomlin is not going anywhere. So saying fire Mike Tomlin, get rid of him, you know, it's not happening. So you have to look at Matt Canada as the one that's going to be gone, which I believe he will be. And that is, and Matt Canada is only here because of Mike Tomlin. So Mike Tomlin got some work to do to get this team back on track. You know, the guys, he's never lost a locker room, so this will be a challenge because the guys are starting. I know they're losing faith in Matt Canada, so it's going to be up to Mike Tomlin to keep the locker room engaged like he's accustomed to doing. So we'll see what happens moving forward with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.